Hello my crafty friends, it's Crystal with Happy to Plan. I'm going to be sharing with you a couple of new items that I'm going to have in my Etsy shop. So I've been kind of collecting books, different types of older books, vintage, pretty much from the 50s to mostly the 70s. There may be a couple in here from the 80s, like early 80s, but most of them are from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. And I'm going to be putting these book page ephemera packs in my shop, and all of the information will be listed in my shop, my Etsy shop. So all of the dimensions, the pricing, like what you get in each of them. But I do want to just run through kind of what you get, like a sample of what you get in each of them. Basically each of the packs have the same thing, but just obviously different images, if that makes sense. And then yeah, so I'm gonna make sure I leave a link to my Etsy shop down below, so you can click on that link and go check out all of the different packets that I have available. I do have limited quantity, so if you are interested, I definitely grab one. Let's go ahead and show you the different packs I have. There's 5 different packs, and so let's go ahead and start with the children's book page pack. Okay, so here is the children's book page pack, and there are 15 pages in this pack. And so like I said before, all of the pages are pretty much the same, except they just have different images on the pages. So this is just a sample of what the paper pack looks like. You may get a different set. You may get this set. I'm not sure. So it's all kind of random depending on when you order. So, and like I said, I do have limited quantities. So if you are interested, make sure that you go ahead and click on that Etsy shop link down below and get one for yourself. So these 3 pages are included, and like I said, all of the information regarding like the pages and stuff, and I'll even put the dates that the pages are in my Etsy listing. So if you're interested in like knowing what the dates of the pages are, I'll go ahead and make sure I leave that information in the Etsy listing. But these are definitely from the 50s. It's from a old kind of almost like a Dick and Jane book, but not. And there will be one image that's colored, at least one. You may get 2 images that are colored, but you will get at least 1 colored image, and then the other 2 are just random. So they could be, but pretty much all of the pages have at least 1 image on one side or the other. So those 3 pages come in there, and then there's another one that have. These ones are kind of cool because they have colored images on it. Now there is some pencil mark on some of the pages, and I just left it on there because I figured if you don't want it on there, you can always erase it, because it is pencil. None of it is in pen. So this one is a cute little grandpa image. So again, at least 1 colored page. So there's 3 different pages. They all come from the same book, and you'll at least get 1 colored page, and then one of them is fully text, so it's just text pages. So this one just has text on it, but it's got this cute little border on all of them, and the borders are different. So like this one has little pie, and then on this side I think it's pigs. No, it's the fiddle. So they all have different borders at the top. So there'll be at least 1 colored page, and then a text page, and then another image page. So again, those 3 come from the same book. I found a really old Bambi book that was literally falling apart. I'm pretty sure it was from, I want to say it was the 20s, the 1920s, but I'm not 100% sure. But like I said, all the dates will be listed in my Etsy shop. So I don't know why I keep telling you the dates, because they're going to be in my Etsy shop. But I included at least 1 page with a photo of one of the Bambi images that are in the book. The nice thing about it is the image doesn't have any writing on the back, so it would be great for like a tag or a tuck or just collaging or something. And then I included 1 page of the text. So it's kind of nice because it does say Bambi on both sides. And of course, then it's the story of Bambi. Then there's these are 2 additional pages. These come from a book that was think it was like Hello Neighbor or something like that, or Happy Neighbor or something like that. Really cute book, but there is pretty much all colored images on these ones. So this one has little rabbits, a fire truck. So you'll get 2 of those pages. And then you actually get 3 of these pages. So this was from a 1970s like activity book. So you'll get 3 of these pages. I did try to mix it up, make sure at least you had 1 colored image, if not 2, in each of them. So that's there. And then I also included a old dictionary page. So that's the dictionary page that comes with this one. And then I included this page as well. This is from an old dictionary page. This is from the 70s. So those are the 15 pages that are in this particular paper pack. So sticking with the kind of the children's theme, I'll go through this one. This is like a Christian based. So this came from a really old book. I'll again leave all the information in my Etsy shop. But this one I decided, since it had like a signature, I decided not to cut them. I just left them whole. So if you wanted to put it in a journal, you could do like, you can fold it like this and fit it in your journal somehow. All of them have at least 1 colored image on the page, and then there's really beautiful illustrations, and it's all Christ based. So basically it's the story of Christ. That's what that book was about. And then I found a really cool old hymnal book that like a children's hymnal book. So again, I left the pages whole. So if you wanted to put it in a junk journal, you could. And so that page is whole. And then this is from another hymnal book that I found. And I wasn't able to keep the page whole, but that's that page. And then I found another really old book. And I included some of the pages here. This one I was able to keep whole, but it's pretty, you may need to washi tape it to give it some strength, but it does have the information. So this was all about the Bible stories, and look at how beautiful those images are. They're just gorgeous. So, and then of course you can always use the text as well. And then I just decided to include 1 additional page. So this one's about baby Jesus. And then this one actually was really hard for me to part with. But it is beautiful, beautiful images. Look how sweet that image is. And this one I was only able to do 1 per page, or per pack. But it's really beautiful images, and then just has like a little poem about the story that they're talking about. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4 if you count these 2 pages as, 2 pages, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9 pages in here, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages if you count the pages that are together as 1 page. Gardening book. Now, actually, when I said earlier that most of the pages were from the 80s, none of them were from the 80s, this actually book is from the 80s. I think it's like an 82. So it's from the 80s, but I just really wanted to include it because I thought these pages were really cool. And I actually created a junk journal with one of these pages. So I'll show you what I did. So I had to cut it down to fit into this. This is a National Geographic. So I did have to cut it down, but then I folded it in on this side and then also on the opposite side. So I just had to fold it in a little bit. I probably actually didn't even have to fold it in that much, but that's what I did with that. That's how I used it in my book, because it's a 1 whole page. So depending on how big your book is, you you could potentially fold it over if you want to. But I included 3 different ones. Each of these packs, you will get 1 book page that has an image like this on it, and it will have a different title page. So basically I included all of the title pages and the different pack. So you will get at least one that has a big image on it with the title page, and then it has information on the back, of course. So this one's all about gardening. And these are all fairly old. They're all from the 70s, if not or later than that. And then this one has magnolias in it. And then this one's like an encyclopedia, so it's got a bunch of different names of the different flowers. And then this one is a planting guide, so it tells you kind of like the different plants to do and like the climates that they are good in. So obviously they're all going to be different, but there is at least one greenish kind of paper in there. And then this one has just beautiful images, and this one was also an encyclopedia of flowers, so it all has different types of flowers in it. So you get one of those, and then you'll get one of these. Now these ones are a little different, so some of them have the images like this with the different like colorful border plans, so the plans, and then some of them have like these little charts on it. So this just happens to be the one that has both because it was the page that was right in the middle of each, but I pulled this particular one so I wanted to show you. Some of them will look like this on both sides, and then some of them will have like this image on both sides, if that makes any sense whatsoever. And then I just included another page that has a really colorful image. Again, these are older books, so some of them do have some water markings and possibly some pencil marks. None of them are really beat up. None of them are really, you know, they're all in fairly good condition. But, you know, they're all older, so they have like water marks and stuff on them. The next one I have, I'm really excited about because I think these are so unique and so cool. So I bought this typewriter book, the Learning to Use the Keyboard book, a while ago, and I've kind of been hoarding it. But now since I put all these paper packs together, I'm like, I just have to get these books out, this book pages out, because I have like a stack that I'm going to be using. But I just think they're so cool. I mean, they're just really cool. So they are from the 50s, I believe. Again, information on Etsy shop. Sorry, I keep saying that, but I don't have the information in front of me, so I shouldn't tell you the dates. Anyway, so each of the packs will have at least one that has this really cool keyboard image. Some of them actually might have two, but at least one of them will have this really cool keyboard image. So it'll have like some sort of like invoice or letter or something on it. So isn't that cool how it like shows you the different things? And then it just has like different typing words, and this one has like lesson in it, and it tells you how like fast you're going. Oh, this one's from the correction side, so it's like cool. It's like how to like vary. I think it's really cool. I personally think it's really cool, so I hope you guys like it. And then I was really excited to find this book. This one was really super old, and it does have the binding on it right here. So again, these are older pages, so some of them are a little bit wrinkled. I tried to pick the best ones, the ones that weren't as wrinkled or, you know, messed up. I kept the ones that were like torn and stuff, but basically it's just an old typing book. It just has a bunch of drills to type. And I've included 4 of those pages. So the last one that I have today is going to be this cooking one, the recipe one. I included 5 different little recipe cards. They're Betty Crocky recipe cards in here. These are from the 70s. And so I included one of them. There's at least one that's a snack one that's kind of like a stew, and then a beef, and then a fondue, and then one that's kind of just directions. So that's what they all look like. Obviously, they all have different images and different recipes on it, but there is 5 of them in each pack. Then I included, so this is pretty special, and I was really debating on whether or not to do this, but the fact of the matter is, it's literally just sitting in a book, not really being used or cared about. But this is actually from a recipe book from my grandmother. I kept a lot of it. It was a big, thick book, and a lot of it was basically falling apart. The entire book was basically falling apart. So I did keep quite a bit of it. And especially the ones with like her handwriting and stuff, I kept all those pieces. But I included one of the dividers in each of these packs. So there is a divider. Obviously, it's going to be a different divider than this one. But there is one divider. Again, they're old, so and it's been a used cookbook. So it's got like, you know, kind of like a grease stain up here. I don't know what that is, but you know, it's colored, you know, patinaed. She wrote miscellaneous on the side, so this one does have her writing on it. And then I included a recipe that didn't have her writing. So it's basically one that was either typed up or a copy of something or something like that. So again, these are like aged. I mean, I'm sure this is probably, I don't know exactly how old this is, obviously, but it's old. I mean, it was my grandmother's cookbook. And then in the cookbook, there was this really cool, like, little advertisement thing. And basically what I did was I just tore it apart. So you can see it was like a little, like, pamphlet that was in the cookbook. So I just tore it apart, and then I kept a few pages and then put a few pages in here. So I just think those are really cool. You can stick this into a book, and, you know, it can be a little tiny page in the book. Okay, and then I included a sheet in here of this really retro cookbook. Each of them will have a big image like this. Again, all of the information on the sizing of everything of all these pages will be in my Etsy listing, but this is a pretty good size book page. So it will have a full image and then a recipe on the back. And then this one is just a recipe on the back of each of these. So this is from the same book, but I included one with the full color page and then one with just the recipes. And then there's another one. This actually came from the same book that I did with the Activity Kids book. There was a whole section about baking and cooking in that book. So I tore some of those out and I included them in here. I just thought these images were really fun and really cute, so I included that in there. And then this one also has some really cool images of like the step-by-step process of making this pizza, and this also came from that same book that I showed you earlier. This one, again, you can see there's a little pencil mark here. So if you want to keep that there, you can. But this is just some recipes. And the cool thing about this one, it kind of gives you like the history of what a little history about the recipe. Sorry, I think that's cool. This came from like a book that has like about recipes, the history of recipes. And then another really big image of, again, this image is huge. It doesn't even fit in my space, and then the recipes on the back. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 pieces in this one. All right, so that's all of the things I wanted to share with you today. I hope that you guys really enjoy these. I hope that you guys like these, and they are available now in my Etsy shop. So if you are interested, go ahead and click the link down below, just where it says show more, or just click on if you're on a phone, you can just click on the title of the video, and it'll put all the information. And you can, just so you know too, my Instagram is on there. So if you guys make anything with any of this stuff, I would love, 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 love for you to Instagram and tag me in the picture so I can see the photos and see what you guys create. So anyway, that is everything I wanted to share with you guys today. I hope that you guys enjoy, and I will see you again real soon. Bye for now. Okay, so I'm actually going to add one more to this video. I got some sewing books that I was waiting for in the mail, and so I went ahead and put a little packet together. I was waiting for one particular book that I wanted to have to put into this packet. So I'm just going to go through this again, as always, or as all the rest of them. This is just a sample of what you're going to get. It's not particularly the exact one you're going to get. So the cool thing is, when I bought a book, I got this book, and it had a couple of brochures in the book. So I thought, well, I'll go ahead and share those with them as well. And so this one I kept whole. So you can see I just took the staples out, so it's one page and folded. One of my sewing books had, this is from the 1940s. That was actually 1949, so 1950s, and it had these really cool images in there, so I went ahead and included them in there. They are like water stained and stuff like that. Most of them have some water staining on it, but I thought these were just really cool oldie images. So you'll get one of these in there that's back and front photography. And then this one is a drapery, how to make drapery. You'll get one with the image of a drapery, or some of them also have an image of like a sofa. So it'll be either the drapery or the sofa, like chair upholstery one, which I thought would be appropriate with these pictures because it kind of went along with that. There will be one page with some kind of illustration at the top here. So if you're putting it into a journal book or junk journal, you can fold that and have a nice image on the one side, and then some, obviously some text on the other side. And then of course it's different what's on the other side, but I wanted to include the one, at least the one page of illustrations. You will get one page with one of these title pages that have something written on it. Obviously different than this one, but it's nice because it's cool colors. It's either green, red, I think there's like some gold ones in there, like some goldy mustardy colors, and then blue. And then this was the other brochure that was in that book that I ordered. So I just, again, kept it whole. I just took out the staples and kept it whole together. So you can tear it up or use it as one big piece. And then I found this book is the book that I was waiting for. And it was a binded book. So it has a really cool thing on the side. You will get one that is a title. So it has a really cool illustration on it. This one's the seams and finishes. So you'll get one page like that, and then whatever's on the back, and then just one page, random page from the book. I tried to pick book pages that had some sort of illustration on it, so it's kind of creates a little bit of interest. So this particular pack will have 8 pages in it. Okay, so that's all. I just wanted to add that one to the end, and again, everything will be listed in my Etsy shop, and that will be linked down below. Okay, bye for now.